Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Please share the video. Please comment from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my people. So let's get into it. Southern Charm, Season 4, Episode 17, Episode 14, The Reunion, Part 1. Let's get into it. So we have Southern Charm. We find out that Cameron is 5 months pregnant and she's having a baby girl. You go, Cameron. So she looks good with her on her pregnancy. She looks good at pregnancy or whatever. So anyway, let's get to the best dressed guys. The best dressed guys is who? None other than Craig. Craig is the best dressed with his shoes, his socks, and also his handkerchief. And then next up is Austin. Austin wore soft light blue colors, went really well with his outfit. He looked nice. Then after Austin, it is Thomas. Thomas looked good in his outfit. He's dressed well. And then we go to Shep. Shep has looked the best I've ever seen Shep look this season. And then we get to the ladies. Okay, the best dressed lady goes to none other than Naomi. So Naomi and Craig take the awards home for the best dress. Then after Naomi, the next person up would be Cameron. Cameron looked really good. And then you have Landon. And then you have Catherine. Catherine, I have no idea. Catherine looked like a bat out of hell. She looked like she just woke up from the dungeons of the devil. And she has this fiery red hair. She has these ruffles on this dress that looks horrific. Looks torturous. Looks just like, what the freak do you got on, Catherine? You already got red hair now. You have no tan. You have no color. And that red just looks awful. And it looks like you're gothic. It looks like you're an old street prostitute from the 1940s. It's just terrible. And I don't even know why you chose this look. You could at least pick some of the clothes that you were modeling in. You should chose one of them dresses. But hey, you wanted to go for a new look, a new style. Maybe you wanted to look like a rebel. I don't know if that's what you really wanted to do. But hey, that's what you wanted. And so then we have Jennifer. Jennifer looks nice in her red dress. So Jennifer and, what's her name? Catherine has on red. Jennifer does look nice in her red. And she got her snatch back. She lost all her baby weight. And Cameron is a small 5 months. She's a medium-sized 5 months. So, and then that's it with the dressing. And I did like Austin's shoes. Austin's shoes were very nice. They match very well with his shirt. And so then, then everyone congratulates Craig. He became a lawyer. He's a lawyer now, so now Craig, I need to call you up because I need an attorney. Do you work? So anyways, so Craig is a lawyer and everything's all good. But, Shep is throwing shots at him. Andy asked the question whether, do you think, do you think Craig is going to be a good attorney? Do you think he's going to practice law? And, people kind of laugh. And, Shep says that, Craig should be a law of gardening, basically throwing shots at Craig. And, Shep says that Craig is an easy target. It's like shooting birds in a barrel. And basically just throwing shots at him. and so, Craig says, Shep likes to rain on everybody's parade. And then, Landon, she co-signs. She goes, yes, he likes to rain on everybody's parade. And Shep does like to rain on people's parade. And so Craig goes, whatever I do is none of your business. You don't see me worrying about your business. And so Shep said it's just so easy to pick on you. You're just such an easy target, especially when you try to be a mediator. And even though that's what attorneys do, he's terrible at it. Shep says that when he sees Craig talking to people, he knows Craig is doing more worse than good. So it's just so easy for him to pick on, Craig. Poor Craig. But Craig, I'm glad that you hit Shep. You know what I mean? Hit that motherfucker where he belongs. Hit him in his leg. You should have hit him in the face. Then possibly Craig would have kicked then Shep would have kicked your ass. I don't know if Shep could fight because you seen Shep playing basketball. He was all winded and out of breath. So I think Austin can take everybody on the stage. Yes. So anyways, so then we get to Craig and Naomi's relationship. They show all the awful scenes where they spoke to each other, disrespectful, mean, bashing each other. Naomi talks about holding in Craig's secrets, but she said she really didn't lie. What she did was withheld information because she's able to do that. And then also, Craig says that he liked her for doing that, but he felt guilty about it. And so then Shep is like, so you did lie for him, like, so then Naomi says, like, he want to be a ride or die chick or whatever. And so then, Naomi says, why are we riding? Why do we have to die? And everybody laughs. That was funny. I guess it was funny coming from her. So anyways, Naomi talks about, she probably shouldn't have, became friends with everybody and started running her mouth. But she said she started running her mouth because out of pure concern for, Craig. And Craig felt like she was telling his secrets. And, Shep goes in, oh, you didn't want a girlfriend, Craig. You just wanted somebody to hold your secrets, keep your secrets. That's what you wanted. And so it goes in from there. It's just terrible. So then they talk about, Catherine also giving Naomi advice. And so then, Andy jumps in and then he says to Catherine, so what do you think if you could do it all over again with, Thomas, what would you do differently? So Catherine answers that if I can do it all over again, what I would do was keep everything private, keep everything to myself, because Catherine feels like she was betrayed by everybody. People, took advantage of her, and she was like, people said negative things about her to Thomas. Whitney was one of them. Landon was the other one. She didn't say Cameron's name, I don't think. I think she might have said Cameron's name or whatever, but she didn't say Shep's name. And so anyways, it was just bullshit, basically. And so they talk about that. So Craig and Naomi, they're going to be working on their relationship. They had a lot of ups and downs, and right now they're on a good page. They're working towards it. And one day they hope to get married. They hope to be together, and they don't want anybody else but each other. Like I told you guys, they're going to work it out, and they're going to stay together at all costs, because it's just something about a young couple in counseling that shows that they're determined to stay the motherfuck together. Hopefully neither one of them are abusive to each other. Hopefully none of them beat up each other. So Thomas says that him and Shep suffer from ABC. ABC, I guess, is I forgot what the hell it meant. ABC. What did ABC mean? I know it had to do with bachelor, some type of bachelor thing. ABC. I would have to go watch back or whatever. So anyways, so then Landon and Catherine gets into it. And so Catherine says, you said mad shit about me, Landon. You was talking all types of shit about me. So then Landon goes, what did I say about you? Give me an example, please. Example, motherfucker, example. And so Catherine's example was, well, when you was in my son's nursery, bitch, when you was in my son's nursery, you said that I needed shock treatment. And so then that's when Landon goes, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I was so wrong. I was just so terrible. I can't believe I said that about you. But she was like, I wasn't really meaning that you need like shock treatment like that. But I just know back in the days I used to use shock treatment on people. Yeah, that was fucking torture, you dumb bitch, Landon. That's torturous. That's what they used to do with people that was mentally challenged. They would try to shock them to be normal. That is torture. You fucking idiot. Just like this bug is a fucking idiot. So anyways, I didn't kill it yet. Thought I did. So anyways, with the shock treatment and all that bullshit, it was just like crazy. And Landon, I know Catherine can't do anything. I'm not saying Catherine is the great person, because last season or the season before that, sometimes I didn't really like Catherine. But it's just like the shit that Landon and Jennifer has done to Catherine. Well, Catherine has done shit to them, but I know Catherine is probably on probation trying to get her kids back. But Landon needs to be dragged up and down the street for basically going on vacation with my ex-boyfriend. But we're really not ex. We've only been broken up for a day. You go spend Valentine's Day with him and for 3 days and 2 nights or whatever. No. And then you're talking about I need shock treatment. And then Landon talked about that Catherine she chose to go to rehab in Malibu because she wanted to be with she wanted to get another rich boyfriend because she's a gold digger. So that's why she chose to go to rehab in Malibu. And she also said that and so then Catherine was like, what are you talking about my sobriety for? Why are you doing that? And then Landon's like, I can say whatever and do whatever the fuck I want to do, bitch. And basically Landon is saying, so then basically Landon says that, well, I was right because you posted a picture at 4 o'clock in the morning with a dude with his shirt off standing next to a Maserati. So then Catherine goes, so did you see me in the picture? Do you know who that picture was? Do you know where it came from? And then And, Landon goes, well, you deleted it, but, if I can find a snapshot or whatever. Landon, you're pure messy. Pure messy. You wanted Thomas and you didn't want Thomas. I don't know what's up with you, Landon. But you clearly got your nose all in Thomas and Catherine's business. Even though Thomas put you in his business, you should decline to be in his business when it comes to Catherine. So anyways, Austin talks about his sister dying, how big of a moment it was for him to share that information, then all the support that they got from society and from the media, which helped them get through or whatever. So then Cameron says, so then, Andy goes into Chelsea, you share that moment with Chelsea. So, how's it like with you and Chelsea, whatever. And he was like, so then Cameron says, well, I supported, what's his name, Austin, courting Chelsea the whole time through. And then Austin was like, wait a minute. And Shep was like, what? And then Cameron finally admit, oh no, I was lying. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, bitch, you was lying. Now you're trying to change up the story and say, hey, that you were supporting Austin trying to get with Chelsea, but the whole season you were telling Shep to go after Cameron, to go after Chelsea, and knowing that Shep wasn't a good option for Chelsea. Then you finally admitted, apologized, and said sorry, and so we move on from that. And so then Cameron has been keeping her mouth closed. She's been very quiet about the situation. So anyways, so they say, what's the difference between Shep, and Austin? Because Austin's like the new Shep protege. No, Austin's a much nicer, sweeter guy, more respectful, more humble, and he has a lot more to him. Shep, I like Shep. I think Shep is a good guy, but sometimes he comes off really arrogant, really mean, and sometimes he's very judgmental. But sometimes, he's a good guy. You can have fun with him. You can enjoy his time. And sometimes he's very concerned, and he is a giving guy. He gives to charity and things like that. And he'll make sure if you hang out with him, you'll have a great time. So anyways, so then Thomas is different as, Austin comes off as more sweet, more softer, more gentle, and Shep comes off more brood, more masculine, and more disrespectful. And so they asked Cameron, did she give Shep that beach house? Get Shep that beach house. Shep does have the beach house. He's kind of like changing his lifestyle. Instead of going out every day, the bars close at 11, so he doesn't go out that much anymore. But then, Thomas and Cameron say that, there's a lot of day drinking going on. So I guess, Shep is getting drunk in the daytime. I'm going to get you, Bug. So anyways, then they move on to talking about Shep drinking and how he was drinking every night when he had his other house and was at the bars, his two favorite bars all night, then having parties at his house. And he's kind of changing that around, but he owns up to his drinking problem. And I would say kudos to Shep for letting the world know that he's an alcoholic, he's a drunk. He likes to party. He likes to get down, but his house is messy, but he'll clean his house or whatever. So he was basically showing a real side of him, like this season, also being aggressive towards, Chelsea and being jealous of Austin. Like Shep has opened up, like he's not the all-American great kid or great boy or great man that has everything together. He's actually showing this season that he has a lot of imperfections, and he's trying to work on it, but he's honest with the world. He's not trying to say that he's the best thing walking. So anyways, then Andy asked Catherine what was the big deal, why did she get so upset last reunion about the drug test, and she said because it was supposed to be confidential, supposed to be signed, so delivered to nobody. And she blames she says that, what is her name, Landon is the one that said, hey, look, this is the drug, you tested positive for drugs, hey Thomas, show her the paperwork. And so then everybody disagrees with Catherine and says, Catherine, no, the information was leaked to the media and everybody knew it before the reunion. Andy says that he knew it before the reunion because the press leaked it. And so then Thomas goes, well, maybe somebody overheard your attorney, whatever. So they get past that, but what is her name? Landon and what's her name? Landon and Catherine, they go in for it. They go back and forth. And Landon says that she can say and do whatever she wants to do and all this other stuff. But I'm trying to tell you, Landon is way too much. Then Landon was like, yeah, you failed the test. Yep. And so then we hear Catherine talks about that she went to rehab for substance abuse, and her substance abuse was weed or whatever. And it seems like nobody on the panel believes that, you know, Catherine was in rehab for marijuana. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. But Catherine says that she went there for marijuana because she used marijuana as a get to escape from reality and her responsibilities. So she totally used marijuana in a totally different way. And so that's why she went to rehab. These bitches. This is too much. So anyway, and so then, you know, Catherine says that, you know, you don't need to be commenting on my sobriety journey to Landon. Yes, don't, you know, comment on all the other shit. Don't talk about her sobriety. So anyways, then Landon says, I'll say whatever I want to say, when I want to say, and how I want to say it. So there we go. So then you know, Thomas says, well, Thomas kind of like co-signs that it's just marijuana that, you know, Catherine was going to rehab for. So anyways, then Catherine tells Landon to stop shaking her head because it's distracting. Landon said, I do whatever, when I want, and how I want, or whatever. And so then that's when Shep throws up that Craig and what is her name, Catherine, were at the hotel all night, and they possibly could have been drinking, but, you know, never really was confirmed, so we don't know. And so we find out that Catherine ordered a margarita, but she said she didn't drink it. She just ordered it to be a part of the group, and I can understand that. But she said she didn't drink any. And she says she's been taking drug tests and alcohol tests or whatever, tested before she go to bed and when she wake up to prove her sobriety or whatever, because she's doing it for her kids. So so it seems like nobody believes her about the marijuana or whatever. And so then Catherine starts to talk about how, like, it's been so hard and so difficult being on this show and being in this circle because she had nobody that she can really trust, because 1 minute people were her friends and they wasn't her friends, then they would turn their back on her, then they would run to Thomas' side. So it was like she had nobody who she can really trust, and she thought whoever she thought that her friend kind of really wasn't her friend. They was going behind her back saying stuff about her, and she felt really alone. And she said her circle right now is really tight, it's really close, it's really small, because if you do anything in trust, then people will know about it and people can find out about it. And so, like, that is a hard type of situation for a young girl to go through, especially when you're about to have a baby and you're with this man and you're like an outsider around his friends, and these people that you're trying to impress or be a part of their circle really don't like you. That's why you just move on. Like, I believe that's why Catherine said she would have been more private. She probably would have stayed away from Thomas's friends or whatever. So anyways, so then Landon, she starts to cry. Oh my God, I can't believe I would never know what to do if I felt alone, if I felt like I couldn't trust anybody, if I felt like, oh my God, that anything could happen like that, like, know who to trust or who to turn to. So this is Landon doing that. But yes, she's continued to talk shit about Catherine. Landon is fake. But I don't dislike Landon, because I used to like Landon. Landon used to be mad cool. Remember when she used to live on the boat? She used to be mad cool. So anyways, but I don't know. Landon seems like that. She be medicated. Like, she be taking Xanax or something, allegedly. She just looks like she be medicated the way she talks. But she was talking, it's about time she started talking shit to Catherine's face. It's about time that she said what she needs to say in front of Catherine. So anyways, and then on that note, and then Jennifer comes out. Jennifer looks good in her red dress. Her baby's doing fine. Her baby's well. Then we learned that Jennifer went to court and testified against Catherine. What kind of bullshit is that? If we're friends and we're not friends anymore and I got to go to court, I'm not going to testify against my friend. I'm not. Because at that time when we were friends, I'm going to keep your secrets. I'm going to keep it, on the low. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I don't know how bad the situation was. If, Catherine was really strung out on drugs or whatever, I would decline. She said she was subpoenaed to go to court or whatever. But, and then so Catherine was saying, Jennifer, you witnessed all the stuff that Thomas did to me. You was on the phone. Then, Jennifer said, well, your attorney didn't ask me that. And so then Catherine was like, the reason my attorney didn't ask you that because your credibility was lost when you got on stand and you started saying all these lies about me and all these false things about me. And so I don't know if that's true or not. But then Jennifer, then on top of that, what is his name? Thomas, like a year after their relationship, a year after Jennifer's friendship, or a year after, what is her name? Catherine was dating Thomas. Thomas slept over Jennifer's house, and Thomas told her that, and Thomas said, yes, that did happen. Then Jennifer's denying it, that it did happen. Right there on stage, but Thomas says, yes, it did happen, but I slept on the couch. Jennifer's acting like she don't know what's going on. So yeah, Jennifer's fucked up. So the reason, the way Catherine treated Jennifer this season, she should have treated her even worse. I'm sorry, she should have treated her even worse. She's supposed to be my friend, but yet he's sleeping at your house to try to show me a lesson. Thomas said he did it to show, Catherine a lesson, because Catherine stays out all night. So he slept over this girl's house, and you can see how young, Catherine is, because you never be friends with a bitch that used to sleep with your man. You never bring that bitch around. You never have that bitch in your circle. See what she did to you at the end? At the end, she was loyal to the dude that she fucked first. She fucked him first, and you took him, and she got her revenge back on you, and you're too young to know. Your mother, your sister, somebody should have told you, watch out for a bitch like Jennifer, because she's no good and she would try to destroy you. And that's the fuck what she did. That old raggedy, dirty motherfucking bitch. That was wrong. That was so wrong what Jennifer did to Catherine. And I don't even like Catherine all that much, but to have Thomas sleep over there, get into their relationship and all that other stuff. But we'll say that Jennifer did kind of go to bat for, Catherine at Thomas's party, but it's like she had motives. And then, Thomas is talking about, I felt so sorry for her because of her baby, this and that. She chose to keep the baby, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he's sleeping over her house, but when she's supposed to be Catherine's friend. So she was loyal to Thomas the whole time. It was, they were running game on Catherine, because Catherine was a young girl. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Let me know if you know something else. But it seemed like she was running game. And then on top of that, Catherine went around spreading rumors or repeating rumors that allegedly, Jennifer didn't know who her baby father was, that the baby father could have been Thomas. And then Thomas totally gets pissed and totally gets mad when that starts to happen. So Andy asks Catherine, do you think Thomas could be the father? She was like, well, I don't know. Then that's when Thomas was like, Thomas got really mad. Thomas was like, you better shut up. You better watch your mouth, because, we'll go to court. We'll do this in court. And I will expose you to everybody. And the judge already knows who you are. The judge already knows your information. So it's like Thomas is using his power, his money to go at Catherine. Catherine needs some help, son. It's like when that baby situation came up, Thomas really got upset. So I don't know. Because if Thomas was sleeping with Jennifer, which he probably was, if he was sleeping with Jennifer at the time that he was with Catherine, that's going to look really bad on him and to his family. And whoever this guy that Jennifer's dating, I don't know if he's cool with Thomas or not, but Thomas really got upset and was like, you keep talking, Catherine, we'll go to court. We said we was going to handle this outside of court, but we'll go to court and take care of this business. And he was like, I'm not playing with you. And he threatened her. So it seems like Thomas could be very abusive when shit don't go his way. And he can use his power. And that's some bullshit right there. That's why, Catherine, you have to get clean. You have to stay clean. And I know you can't go after Jennifer, and you can't go after Landon. You can't do any of that, because you got to protect your name and your brand so you can keep your kids. Because Thomas saying the judge know all this information. I think you need to get a new judge. Ask for a change of venue, Catherine. Ask for a change of venue, because you feel like you won't get a fair trial in Charleston, South Carolina. So anyways, until next time, peace.